Are you feeling extra spooky this October? If you spent more than other years to get into the spirit this season, you are not alone. A new survey from the National Retail Federation reveals Halloween spending in 2025 is expected to hit $13.1 billion, slashing the most recent record set in 2023 of a little more than $12 billion. From the scares to the classic themed merchandise, what are consumers scooping up most? We're bringing back our 21 News at 5 retail expert, John Rossi. John, great to have you back with us.
Great to be with you. Thanks.
Yes, so curious, have you noticed any different consumer spending habits this year that maybe differ from the last couple of Halloweens?
Oh, absolutely. And we've talked about it a number of times, even during our Christmas and fourth quarter segments, how everything is sort of moving ahead of schedule by at least a month, it seems, anymore. I was in, I think, Lowe's or Home Depot towards the end of summer, July, and they were just full of Halloween decor.
And what are consumers spending the most of their money on? Is it costumes or is it a variety of goods?
Yeah, I was surprised. I looked a little bit deeper, and they're still spending a large portion, almost 35%, on candy still, which is very good, but it's increasing in price due to the cocoa prices and the fact that we don't make cocoa here in the United States.
Yeah, you wish you had a cocoa crop in your backyard with how much you see those prices when you go through the aisle at the grocery store. You think that much for a bag. And when you look at those top things, those top celebration, the plans that people have
Yes.
for Halloween is hand out candy, dressing up in costume and decorating. When you look at the prices though, most people assume things are going to cost more because of tariffs. Would you say that that's correct right now, or do you think that they had the supply chain in before that situation?
Yeah, the general sentiment from the public seems to be that things are more expensive due to tariffs. The buyers, however, on the supply side, have sort of taken that into consideration and bought ahead of a lot of these items. And again, largely because they come from overseas, they wanted to get them in ahead of time. So they were thinking much ahead of us, probably late February, early March, before any of the real difficulties started to show up in terms of supply chain and tariffs.
Now, I know in marketing, you probably study the why. Like, why are people spending more right now? So what's leading to that? Do you think Halloween's just more popular with people, or is this a way to escape reality? What are your thoughts?
I actually wrote that down. I went suspend reality as one of the motivations. A lot of it has to do with the cohorts as well, the age cohorts. Gen Z and millennials like to, have a good time, and they like holidays. And this seems to be one of those holidays where everybody can participate. If you have children, they can participate. If you have adults who are, as you suggest, trying to escape reality for a night or two, it's a great way to do that. And you can have parties, and you can decorate, and you can feel good about, seeing kids and passing out candy.
Yeah, they've got some of those costumes they've brought back from other eras. I think they know us millennials are out shopping. One last thing, we are
Sure.
looking at spending patterns as you head to the other holiday season. As we get closer to Christmas and those end of the year holidays, do you think consumers are still going to spend like they're spending now, or do you think we may see them pull back or do something different with their spending?
I hope they don't pull back. Sentiment is still a little bit rough. Most are expecting inflation to show its face here shortly, probably within maybe 2 or 3 weeks. We're about 4 weeks out, maybe a little bit longer, from Black Friday. So I imagine all of those people that are responsible for buying for the holidays in the households are paying attention to pricing. I noticed my wife was starting to do her planning and buying now for Christmas. So I anticipate those people who have responsibility in the households, they're thinking about it and doing a lot of their research now.
Yeah, we are working on a list too at my house. I think none of us are alone. We're watching those prices real close. Well, you and I will talk more about holiday spending, I'm sure, and the retailers very soon. But John, thank you for being here ahead of Halloween.
I look forward to it. Thanks.